Hello and welcome, my dear Ashwarians. Once again, this is Prabhat Sharma, your friend, philosopher, guide, and mentor, your teacher of English. In front of once again, highlighting the main points of the summary of the lesson, the making of a scientist. So, up till now, we have read, we are summing up in this video, in the last video. Richard was a single child of his parents. Please ponder over it. Please keep in mind, these are the very important points. These are the main points. So, first important point here is Richard was a single child of his parents. He didn't have friends to play with. He didn't have the friends to play with. I'm repeating. So, he became interested in collecting butterflies and various other items like fossils, coins, and rocks. So, since he did not have any friends to play with, so he became interested in collecting butterflies and various other items like fossils, coins, and rocks. Got my point till now? And his mother encouraged him by taking him on trips. His mother encouraged him by taking him on trips. She also bought him telescopes, microscopes, cameras, and other equipment. तो उनकी मम्मी उनके लिए क्या क्या चीज़ें दिलाई? His mother encouraged him by taking him on trips. She also bought him telescopes, microscopes, cameras, and other equipments. She helped him to learn. उन्होंने बहुत मदद करी उनकी पढ़ाई करने में, याद करने में, साइंस का इंटरेस्ट डेवलप करने में. Richard read a book bought by his mother titled The Travels of Monarch X. So उनके माता जी ने किताब उनको लाके दी, The Travels of Monarch X, and it told how monarch butterflies migrated to Central America. So what was the book about? The book told how monarch butterflies migrate to Central America. This book created love for science in Ebright. So this was the very book, The Travels of Monarch X, which created love for science in Ebright. So this was completely a change, makeover. उनका इंटरेस्ट डेवलप कर दिया. Ebright raised thousands of butterflies at home. He tagged them as they grew and freed them to study the migration. So Ebright ने घर पर ही बहुत सारे हजारों बटरफ्लाइज को टैग रेज किया एंड टैग भी किया जब बड़ी हो गई और उनको आज़ाद छोड़ दिया. आई शैल रिपीट द सेंटेंस वंस अगेन. Ebright raised thousands of butterflies at home. He tagged them as they grew and fed them to study their migration. What all things did he do now? He put up a slide on the frogs at the country science fair, but did not get noticed, nor he got any prize. So what he does is, he put up a slide on frogs on the country science fair, but he did not get noticed and or a prize. His unsuccess made him firm and resolute to experiment further. So failures are the stepping stones of success. असफलता से घबराए नहीं. Rather, his unsuccess, his failure, made him firm and resolute to experiment further. He sought hope and help from Dr. Utwat to work on various projects. उसने किसकी मदद मांगी? डॉक्टर क्वाद की, बड़े साइंटिस्ट समय उनकी. He was awarded prizes at the country and international science fairs in subsequent years. So, उन्होंने न केवल देश बल्कि अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर भी अपना नाम रोशन किया, बड़े बड़े प्राइज जीते. There the sentence says, he was awarded prizes at the country and international science fairs in subsequent years. His work on Viceroy butterflies got him first position award in a science fair. So Viceroy butterflies के बारे में उन्होंने जो रिसर्च किया था, अपना काम किया था, for that he secured first position award in a science fair. This all led to Richards discovering a hormone necessary for the growth of monarch butterfly. So, monarch butterfly के बारे में जो हार्मोन था उसको डिस्कवर इन्होंने किया. This all led to Richards discovering a hormone necessary for the growth of monarch butterflies. Richard also worked at Army Laboratory and the US Department of Agriculture Laboratory. तो इसके बाद रिचर्ड ने आर्मी लेबोरेटरी में भी काम किया और एग्रीकल्चर लेबोरेटरी में भी, कृषि लेबोरेटरी में भी काम किया. I should repeat, Richard worked at the Army Laboratory and the US Department of Agriculture Laboratory. There he worked on the hormone theory. This made him identify the hormone's chemical structure. तो उन्होंने वहाँ पर हार्मोन थ्योरी के बारे में काम किया. He worked there on the hormone theory and this made him identify the hormone's chemical structure. The year and a half later, a bright got the idea for his new theory about cell life. The reading of X-ray photos of the chemical structure gave him the answer to read the blueprint of its DNA. 1.5 साल बाद, about a year and a half, a bright got the idea for his new theory about cell life. And the reading of X-ray photos of the chemical structure gave him the answer to read the blueprint of its DNA. What DNA actually is? Let me tell you. Let me take this opportunity to tell you about DNA. Most of you already know. DNA is a substance in the nucleus of a cell that controls heredity. So what is DNA? DNA is a substance in the nucleus of a cell that controls heredity. It is the blueprint for life. It is not only controlling the heredity, actually it is a blueprint for life. At Harvard Medical School, Ebright experimented to test his theory. If the theory proves correct, it might lead to new ideas. So at Harvard Medical School, Ebright experimented to test his theory about DNA and about heredity. And if this theory proves to be correct, it might lead to new ideas. These would be new for preventing types of cancer and other diseases. ये बीमारियों को दूर करने में बड़े काम आती है, ये सब चीजें हैं, है ना? कैसे DNA. Most of the diseases are hereditary. Ebright had other interests also. He became a good debater and a public speaker and a good canoeist. So उसको दूसरे इंटरेस्ट भी थे. उसमें क्या थे? वो गुड डिबेटर था, पब्लिक स्पीकर था और कैनोइस्ट था. Richard Welferer was his social studies teacher, spoke highly of him. His magic words are: start with the first-rate mind. Okay, I shall repeat. Start with the first rate mind. Start with the first rate mind. Add curiosity. Add curiosity. And mix in the will to win. And mix in the will to win for the right reasons. So start with the first rate mind. पहले दिमाग का बहुत तेज होना जरूरी है. Then add curiosity. Curiosity होना जरूरी है. Mix in the will to win. जीतने की इच्छा शक्ति. And mix in the will to win for the right reasons. And Ebright, dear little Ebright had all these qualities. So he became a scientist. Okay, guys. Anything else anyone wants to inquire? Ask, please. So actually, this is all about how his mother, who helps him in the initial stages of making him a scientist. Actually, the role of Ebright's mother in making him a scientist is very, very specific and very important. So, because what happened, Richie's father died when he was in the third grade. Thus, he became his mother's everything. He was the only child of his parents, actually surviving mother only, single parent child. Richie could not do much in north of Reading, Pennsylvania, but he could do one thing, it was to collect things. He therefore started collecting things. Beginning his kindergarten, Ebright collected some butterflies. He also collected rocks, fossils, and coins. He became an astronomer too. Sometimes he also did star gazing all night. His mother became his friend. She also brought him home friends. They would spend the night together. By the time he was in second grade, he had collected all 25 species of butterflies. And in his second year, in the high school, Ebright began the research. It led to the discovery of an unknown insect hormone. Indirectly, it was led to his new theory on the life of cells. Ebright tried to answer the question, what is the purpose of the 12 tiny gold spots on a monarch pupa? And everyone else thought the spots were just ornamental, but Dr. Urquhart didn't believe it. Ebright and another science student built an device. And actually they built a device. It showed that the spots were producing a hormone. It was necessary for the butterfly's development and growth. This very project won Ebright's first place in the country fair. It also won him an entry into the International Science and Engineering Fair. And Ebright got the idea for his new theory about cell life during his junior years. He got it while he was looking at X-ray photos. These were the chemical structures of a hormone. He believed that the photos gave him the answer to the biological puzzle, how the cell can read the blueprint of its DNA. Whereas we know the blueprint is the DNA is the blueprint of life. Ebright and his roommate James R. Wong drew pictures and made plastic models of molecules. They also wrote the research paper that explained the theory. If the theory proves correct, it will be a big step towards understanding the processes of life. It might also lead to new ideas for preventing cancer and other diseases. So, thus, the making of a scientist depicts certain values that ensure human progress and contentment. We shall see what are these values and how they help one in the study progress. So, the making of the scientist describes how a bright, a young fellow, became a true scientist. He became so due to hard work and patience. Due to these, he found the world of science open to him. Behind this, the role of his mother can't be overlooked. At one stage, he didn't know how to proceed. But the gift of a book to him by his mother renewed his efforts to reach the impossible. So, with what Ebright did, scientists and others shall know the origins of diseases. His new theory about cell life enable all to know the secrets of life. Obviously, his progress was due to his frustrated mind, curiosity, and ability to work very hard. So you could imagine the bride had collected all 25 species of butterflies while he was in second grade. And then his mother got him a children's book called the Travels of Monarch X. And it was this very book which opened the world of science to Ebright. The readers were invited to help study butterfly migrations. They were asked to tag butterflies for research by Dr. Frederick, who was from Toronto University, Canada. Ebright started tagging the butterflies, but he couldn't catch many. He caught a female monarch and took her eggs. He raised them into his basement from egg to adult butterfly. Then he would tag the butterfly's wings and let them go. So towards the end, what are the things in making of scientist? Now, can we see that Ebright had ingredients necessary for making a scientist? And what other interests does he have? So to end up, summing up, the necessary things for making of the scientist are many. These are a first-rate mind, curiosity, and the will to win for the right reasons. Ebright had all these qualities. The travels of Monarch X opened the world of science to him. He never lost his scientific curiosity. Ebright was a straight A grade student. He had other interests also. His social science teacher, the church, opened his mind to new ideas. Ebright also became a champion debater and a public speaker. He was also a good canoeist, an all-round outdoors person. He was also an expert photographer of nature and scientific exhibits. So this was all about Ebright. Thank you all. Good night and goodbye.